Hi everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. Today's gonna be so super duper quick because I got no time. I thought I had more time than I did. See, this is what happens when you get sidetracked. And the older I seem to be getting, the easier and the more sidetracked I get. I don't get it. I used to be very focused, like hyper focused on one thing. You know what I mean? Like I could only concentrate on one thing until it was done and then I'd go to the next task. Now it's like I'm all over the place and I don't get nothing completely finished, but I get it somewhat finished. You know what I mean? Like I'll get the last load of clothes in the washer, throw it in the dryer, dry it, and it may sit in the dryer for 3 days, but it's done. You know what I mean? That's everything right now in my life. Uh, I'll get back on track. So anyway, I don't have as much time as I thought, so I'm not gonna be able to run down like what's on my face, basically, because we all know that I talk too much and I'm very slow, and I want to show you this palette because this Sephora sale's going, and you may be interested in it, and I was so excited for it, and well, the palette anyway, it's the Huda Beauty, blah 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 blah, the Huda Beauty palette, right? It's the new one, the Icy Nude, y'all. I think okay, so this is going to be her last big palette, right? So excited. First off, she launched one. So excited. Find out it's her last one. Check getting it no matter what. Doesn't matter. Passing on Pat McGrath again to get this. Um, and that's what I did. But I was like, she's going to go out with a bang, right? Because every year it seems it got better and better and better. And yeah, she throws in some wacky shade in a couple of them. And then she went to those cream liner shades and stuff. But regardless, like this color story, the formulas was better and better, more unique, right? So I thought this one, without a doubt, would be my favorite, right? Especially because I'm into cool tones. Here's the thing: it's a yes and it's a no. And I was hoping that this they were going to go out with a bang. And I guess in a way they did. Like I think for some people it really will. For me myself, yeah, they went out great. I'll say that. With a bang, I don't know. Because I don't like glitter shades. We all know this. I'm very, I don't know. They make a mess, and I don't. It's just a mess. You know, some shades are worth it. Some shades aren't. I don't necessarily think these shades are necessarily worth the mess, right? I could be wrong. We'll have to see as time goes on. But you know, I'm just not a glitter person. There, I said it. I love it. I love shiny, and I love it on other people. I love to feel the glitter shades. I love to play with the glitter shades, but I do not like to apply them to eye because by the end of the day, it's all down my face. I'm washing it off my body for days, you know? It's just not worth it to me. So, with that said, packaging 10 out of 10. I think this is the best packaging. I mean, it doesn't have her on it, which granted she's beautiful, or her eyes. So I think that's why I like it so much because it is just about the palette and the name of it goes well with the way it looks. It's sturdy, it feels wonderful, everything like that. It's got a great mirror in it. And then this is the inside of the color story. Again, color story, perfect, love it. It's great. Except for the glitters. That's the only thing. But I will say that they are pretty, and I think if you do it correctly or less in build or a primer, you're going to be just fine. I don't have much fallout today. Now I've used this palette twice before today, and I did try to film it. It just didn't work. The alarm went off. I ran out of time. I went delusional. So the time went off and I ran out of time. That's one whole video. The other one, I just went delusional. Like I don't even know. And I talk a lot, I know that. But somehow I went off into left field and I don't even know how I got there. Like I rewatched it and I don't ever rewatch any of my videos, okay? Because I know if I do, I won't post it because I'm just that critical of myself. So I don't. And for this one, I had like came back to earth and realized like, what did I just do? Type of thing, you know. So I rewatched it because I was going to post it if it wasn't too bad. Lack of sleep. That's all I can say. So let's get started in this. I'll do more than this look, but or other looks. I mean, in time, but you know. So the first shade we're going to go into is actually I went into Cold Plunge, which is this shade right here, and I actually set the lid with that. And then I'm going to go into High Life. We're going to take that shade and start with it. I do think that this is a all-in-one palette for me. It is gorgeous. Don't you know, even the glitter type formula in here is gorgeous. I think it's going to be for some and not for some. So that's why I said I think in a way it's definitely going to go out in a bang for the ones that love glitter. The shinier, the better. The more the light bounces, the more you're getting out of it. Those type of looks, you're going to love this palette. For people that like the metallic shade without the mess, like the wet effect, you know, like Natasha, you know, those type of shades, or even like Glam Lights metallics, you know, stuff like that, just shiny, pigmented, you know, that's not this. This is glitter. I will say it's better than ColourPop's glitter, but I don't necessarily think it's better than like the Tati Beauty palette glitter. I don't know. I'm up in the air with it. But I don't think it's ugly by no means. I think it's worth the price point. I paid full price for it. You, if you're Rouge, will be able to save 20%. Take it. It's a steal. Um, Even if you're not going to like the glitters, I think that it's a steal because it's her last bigger palette. I still think she's launching palettes. You know, that's just crazy to think she wouldn't be. But I do believe that maybe it would be more of her 9 pan palettes, you know, stuff like that, instead of the big palettes. Which would make sense in today's world where eyeshadows are supposedly out. I don't know who says that. Not me. We're going to go into the shade Unapologetic. I love eyeshadow. I just do. I don't think that'll ever change. I really don't. My preferences for eyeshadow may change, but I don't think my love for it would change. Ooh, I took that down a little bit too far. Whoops. We'll fix it later. Maybe. Maybe we won't. And like I keep hearing people saying there's not that many depth. There's not much depth to this palette, and I would say yes, there is. I would say because you could always either see, like I think this shade has a good bit of depth. To be fair, now in the pan, does it look it? No, but I do for sure think 3 of the shades have plenty of depth. Okay, Unapologetic, Fox Fur, and She Rich. So these 3 have a lot of shade. Now you can always take this shade and deepen that shade up, like go into them, or maybe take that shade even and go into that shade, or into that one, take that into that. Like there's a lot of maybe mixing you would have to do, but I do think you'd get more out of the palette that way too. If that's something you like. Me, am I going to mix? No. I would have both eyes looking different. But that's because I don't know what I'm doing. You may very well know what you're doing, so that's great. I love that for you. What I don't love for me is that I don't. We're going to go into High Life again, the very first shade, and I'm going to run it under the lower lash line. I was hoping that, well, it'll be here. I don't know if I'll get a video up tomorrow. But I'm pretty sure my ColourPop order is coming. And I'm waiting on it because what is that? Frosty. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. I really enjoyed the Rudolph palette. And I'm hoping I enjoy the frosty just as much, to be fair. I'm hoping. So, alright. We're now going to go into one of the glitter shades. It's called Aurora. It's right here. We're going to take this, and I'm picking it up with a refer brush. And we are going to go so ever slow, because if not, I'm going to tilt my head back to try to keep it from falling out. And I'm going to try to stay away from my lashes, because they always get stuck in my lashes. So around the lashes is going to be the last thing I do with whatever's left over. I will say this product does spread nicely. And I want to keep the head back as much as possible. I felt a little bit hit my cheek just now. I will say also it is easy to clean up. That's a plus. Again, I could have sprayed it. I could have used my finger. I could have laid down a glitter glue. But I'm lazy. Actually, I like to show you how the palette performs without any extra steps. But really, I'm just lazy. I'm just saying it as it is. I'm just telling you the truth about it. I'm just lazy. And usually in a rush. But even in a rush, this palette does perform nicely. I know it's going to create a beautiful look, as you can see. And I'm not mad about it. Like, I don't think it's my favorite glitter. Well, I know it's not, but I don't hate it either. So, makes the palette worth it for me. Alright, Fallout. I know I felt it hit my cheek, and it did. So, I have noticed that it's fallen out a little bit. Even though this eye is done, it is still kind of falling a little bit. I don't know how long that'll be. Like if it'll stop now, or if it's going to continue throughout the day and I'm going to have this all over my face by the end of the day. It's a possibility. We'll just have to see. I will do other looks with the palette, like I said, when I get time. I just think that right now, while you get the 20% off, unless they do a better deal on like Black Friday or Cyber Monday, I would get it. Like, I'm not mad at it, you know. Again, if somebody paid me for my work, I would be happy. I'd be even happier and more excited with a discount, though. I'm using the Tartelette in brown, and I do think I like this. I know, right? I don't think it makes my lashes look as good as the Benefit one. The Bad Gal Bang Brown. I don't think they make it, I don't think it does that, but I do like the brown color of this one. And I do like the, you know, way my lashes do look. They're okay. Not the worst, but not the best. But I don't mind it. What I will say is I wish they would come out with brown in minis. I've yet to find one that has a mini brown. They have mini black, but not mini brown. But I'm not mad that I spent my money on a full size of this. I'll use it and enjoy it. I won't repurchase it, most likely, unless, like, with time it makes my lashes look even better, then maybe. because you can't tell from a mascara right off, you know? It takes a little bit of time. So, in a couple days, it may make them even look even better, and it'll become a new favorite. Who knows? Oh, for nails, I'm wearing the new, we got Hollow Taco. I think I told you about this at Ulta maybe a month ago now. But I bought 2 of the shades, and this particular one is called Magenta Jelly. And, like, love that name for this. It is gorgeous. So, this is it. This is the overall look. I think it's beautiful. I think it's stunning. I think it's shiny. I think I forgot to add an inner corner. Wow, I'm losing it. Okay, inner corner. We're going to go in with Iced Out, this white one right here. I will say I think this is probably the only inner corner. Well, there's that matte white if you like matte looks, but I don't. But again, you're going to get fallout with this shade, so be careful. But I can always use my highlighter that I'm wearing, whatever. Like, to be fair, if the palette worked, there was no scenario where I would say it wasn't worth it for me. Because I've collected these since the very first one. I've even got most of the minis, you know. Or not the minis, but the 9-pan. So there was never going to be a point where I'm like, yeah, it ain't worth it. Or, yeah, I'm going to skip. Like, that was never going to happen. But I do think that if you got it, you wouldn't be disappointed. And if you were thinking about it, now would be the time to get it. Again, just because there's a discount. And you might as well save money where you can. Times are tough. My foundation is peeling because my skin is just messed up. Actually, it's not my skin, it's my skincare. I changed it up. I knew better. Hopefully it just holds. It's the vitamin C serum. I was using a I don't know what vitamin C. I was using Sunday Riley's vitamin C. Then I went to, I was using Caudalie Vino, the white. It's like an alternative vitamin C. Love that. I was using that. I'm still using that. But, you know, Tier 2, that foundation company, they got skincare. So I bought their vitamin C, and it is so thick and oily. It does feel nice on the skin. Do not get me wrong. But it's an oil. Like, I'm pretty sure, anyway, that's the way it feels on my skin. So it doesn't, like most of my makeup, isn't going to sit real well under that. But here we are, headed to work for it to fall apart. And I'm working at a makeup store. Could you imagine? You know, people just sit there sometimes when our makeups fall apart. It'd be like, girl, you work here. How can you, what are you doing? You know? Luckily, I've not had that happen yet. At least not like to me. I'm sure like when there's days I don't go without makeup, they are, you know, customers look at you like, why are you not wearing makeup? You know, but I want to be like, because I'm doing truck at 6 a.m. That's why. But nobody says anything. I really would like to get a new foundation match. Maybe on a truck day I can get somebody to match me. But it's so hard in that fluorescent lighting. I think that these stores need to have a section with like a different lighting for matching makeup and concealer. I think it would do like have, and maybe even you have to pay for it, right? Have so many, like so much money, you get so many matches, you know, with different foundations. I don't know, something like that, because again, you could go out in daylight and it look one way. You could be under the fluorescent lighting of a store, it look another way. You can be in a bathroom and it look another way, you know? You go home into your house and it'll look another way. Like, I just think that there needs to be, because not everybody has that eye, including myself. Like, I can't look at somebody and be like, oh yeah, you got warm, you got cold. I can't even look at myself and do that. So, just saying. But Like, I think it'd be cool if there was a section for that, you know what I mean? And I believe they used to have like a skin bar, but I think that was for skincare. But I could be wrong. I wasn't there, so I don't know. But something, you know? Anyway, just me thinking out loud. Or maybe somebody else needs to open up something like that. Just saying. But anyway, so this is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helped. The sale is going on at Sephora now. I made a purchase. I didn't buy that much. I really didn't. I did buy the Lawless palette though. I was sitting on that thinking, and I was like, I really like that brand, and I've gotten everything else from them. I feel like if I miss that palette, even though, like, in my head, I know I don't need it, I feel like I'm going to regret it because I just love that brand so much. And I mean, come on, their lip products are phenomenal. Their eyeshadows are wonderful for having no talc in them. So, like, you can't beat Lawless, really. And I'd like to buy a little bit of everything from that brand, to be fair, because I just think, like, I think I would like it a lot, you know? I'm going to put on some Lawless, actually. I think this color would look really good with this look. It's the lip gloss in Milkshake. Ooh, that's icy. Actually, it does look pretty good. Alright, I'm going to let you go. No, yeah, Milkshake. That's right. Okay. I'm going to let you go. I will see you in the next one. I don't know when that'll be, though. Sorry. But subscribe, ring the bell, hit all. That way you're notified when I upload. I upload when I can, but if you're subscribed, you will know because you'll get a notification. But until then, I will talk to you later. Leave me your comments down below. Are you interested in this palette, or are you going to pass on it? I'm curious. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.